Hiya, it's LindaLee, and I've been commissioned for another journal, and I'm just starting to kind of pull some stuff for it. The guidelines that I've been given is they wanted a floral they want it delicate, lace, but at the same time bold and beautiful for a strong woman. So not a lot, no real makeup references, not a lot of jewelry, and mixture of colors, but mostly pink. So those are my guidelines. And this is what I've pulled so far. So as you know, I always start with an empty box. And I have some beige cardstock that we'll probably use for some tags because they want it a little bit on the muted side, even though we're going to bring in color, but the basic book itself on the vintage side. They saw when I did the cartoon journal, the one that had the distressed pages and everything, and I did the collage for the oh man, I'm searching for words, the collaged signature covers. She really liked that. So we're going to do the same thing for the signature covers. We're going to do some collaging. And that one was more muted colors with texture, but we're going to bring in more florals. I've got some doilies. These are the French ones from Kelly's shop. Guest checks, of course, a few CD things. So a lot of this is going to be from Kelly's shop. I got these from there too. This here was gifted to me. I don't know who it came from, but I did get it in some kind of rack. And I'm going to use the pink ink, to kind of highlight the embossed area because that's going to be really pretty. I have a couple of parchment paper pieces. I don't know if you can kind of see, I did some script stamping and also a little bit of stencil work on them. I'm going to use these two pieces in the journal. I believe this is going to kind of be my foundation. I like it color-wise and also size-wise. This is, basically just a folded piece of copy paper, traditional sized. I just need to kind of, once I decide for certain how big the spine is going to be, just kind of beef it up so that it'll support the journal. But this is going to be that foundation and the size. Now what I was doing is this postcard. This is actually of the Ford Estate in Fort Myers, so it's local. And this picture was going to be kind of my color palette, what I was going to leap off of. But it's a little too not enough. I'm going to put it in the journal though, because it's going to, I think, work well with the colors. This, I think, is what I decided more to be my color palette. So it's mostly pink. But it gives us a lot of pretty color, the bolder pinks and the green and the gold. So I'm going to use this kind of as my inspiration for the entire journal. So I've got some pink cardstock, should I need it. And also I've got 2 envelopes that were gifted to me that were avocado dyed. So I have 2 of them. They're different in size, but they're both basically the same thing. I did some avocado water this morning, so that's actually just kind of steeping right now. So I can bring some avocado water into some copy paper pages, that and some coffee. Now I have a whole stack of printables. Anytime anybody comes out with some free printables or whatnot, I always print off a few pages and I thumb through it, just kind of seeing if there's anything kind of worthy of what I'm working on at the moment. So, but these work really well. So if I pull that card out again, the picture, the colors in these flowers are entirely in the card. Now the butterflies, I don't know if I'm really going to bring in very many butterflies because they wanted it bold, but it satisfies the delicate too. So I don't know if, just to satisfy that, I think I'm going to definitely have, you know, some nice hard edges. The corners I think will be rounded, you know, a little bit of structure. And I don't think there's going to be very much that's torn. I don't know yet. I just, like I said, I need to find the balance between delicate and bold, because they want both, because that's what she is, apparently. So I've got some fussy cutting to do. I also actually just received a couple of these that are the right colors too. So I'll probably incorporate 2 little die cuts. I have a printed out seed packet. Don't know where it came from, but I took advantage of something to be printed, so I did. And I'm going to put that in. I have some greens that were, I'm sure they're probably both like some kind of Kool-Aid. I don't know if I'm going to do something this strong colored as far as a full page, but I might use part of them, you know, in decorating or highlighting, or I have only 1 piece of design paper so far. I haven't really gone through my design papers, but this green burlap paper is really cool, and I think it'll go well with the coloring as well. This is a linen paper, so it's like a cardstock, but it's got a linen texture to it. I don't know if that'll pick up on camera or not, but it's really pretty. These are just simple papers that I haven't used in previous projects that are already treated with coffee. This one was treated with that raspberry tea. It was bright pink until it hit the paper, and then it turned, some of it was blue, but I also got some green out of it, so I pulled the green piece, and that will probably go in our journal. I have, of course, just some leftover coffee dyeing from the last journal or so. This has some orange in it, but I don't think I mind. I think I like, you know, having a little splash of color that's random. Some graph paper, a couple of bags from Kelly's shop. This was gifted to me too. I don't know for certain where it came. It's already been folded, so I probably almost used it in another project, but didn't. But I have it here. Maybe we'll use it here. These papers here. This is like a resume paper. It doesn't look like it's really picking up the slight grain that's in it. I can't tell for sure on the camera or not. I'm going to give it some coffee treatment though, and see how it takes to the coffee, how it holds up to it, and the color that I get. And then I just have regular, you know, of course, the copy paper ready so that I can do some additional coffee treatments to it. I've already pulled some quotes. I got a couple pages of different quotes that I'm going to put in here. And that is some words, but that's where I kind of am at so far. These here are, you know, Kelly's Seam Bindings. I'm probably going to scope her stuff out for a darker pink. Where's the card? I want to bring in something that's a little deeper. So these are really pretty colors, but I want something that's a little more saturated. So I have the more saturated green and the lighter green, but I want something that's a little more saturated on the mauve-y colored. This little bag and these 2 ribbons are stuff that's been floating around in my stash too. So I have these to potentially incorporate, as well as a bunch of these little tiny beads. I know it's not going to be big on jewelry, but I still want to bring in some charms. So there's little tiny roses in the bead, if you can see them. So I'm going to make some charms too. But that's where I'm at. I didn't want to get too far without at least first recording something to go along with the next series of videos that are going to put together another journal. So, floral, delicate, but bold and beautiful. Mixture of colors, but mostly pink. So that's kind of where we are. And my color palette, right there. All right, so the next time we come together, I probably will come back when we start doing the journal covers. So I'll be collaging some papers. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's Saturday. It's 97 degrees here in Naples. So instead of running my errands, I'm going to wait till it starts to cool down a little bit this evening, I think. Do them then. In the meantime, I'm staying inside. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.